Hello and welcome to session number 2 of the AI-powered MSP. These are 3 sessions where you're going to get a lot of information and, more importantly, where you're going to actually create little custom GPTs and systems that you can use to get more leads, get more traffic, and hopefully then get more clients with that. MC, do you notice anything different in the cover photo today?
The robot?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's just different. I just remade it because I was bored of
Oh,
the other one. I thought, hey, let's do this. Have it different for each day.
trick
So,
question. Everything is
yeah,
different.
yeah, everything. It's all different except for the title, I suppose. Um, so, anyways, if you forgot or if this is your first session, go back watch session 1. But I'm Mike Stadol, and this is MC Tracy. We run the marketing, and more importantly, according to a screen I recently saw, we are I think it's the AI experts here
That's
at
right.
Technology
TMT
Marketing
AI
Toolkit.
experts.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's going to be a little bit briefer because the heavy lifting was done yesterday. Today or session number 2 and session number 3 are going to be quick and easy because the big thing was building that custom GPT out there. So again, yesterday we talked about how to get more appointments, and we showed you the video from Producers Club member Wayne Hunter, where he's already gotten over 10 additional appointments this year using the strategy that we went through in session number 1. Today, we're going to go over how to get tons more traffic to your site, and really in less than 5 minutes. And it's not just 5 minutes a day, it's like 5 minutes a week, because you don't need to do this daily. If you want to do it daily, you can get, I don't know what's more than tons more traffic. Maybe you type that into chat GPT. What's more than tons more? But in less than 5 minutes a week. And then in session number 3, we're going to go over how to be the go-to expert. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this again because I did it yesterday, but today we're really talking about exploding your website traffic by instantly writing blogs on trending topics that are search engine optimized to attract high intent prospects while you sleep. And we explained more about that. But the whole idea, I know that the while you sleep sounds cliche and all, but the beauty of blogs is that once you post them and you've done them right, so they come up as original content, that you've search engine optimized them. I cannot say that fast here. Search engine optimized them. They live forever. We have seen members who have blogs that are ranking number 1, 2, or 3 in their category that were written years ago, just because they did such a good job on those blogs and got traffic and had the high authority site and all of that. So they literally do work while you sleep, because you never know when your target prospect is going to be online looking at the different terms. With that, just for a little bit of housekeeping, these are recorded. We did send out an email yesterday with the link to session number 1, and then session number 2, of course, will be uploaded. And then once we do session number 3, that will be on there as well. So there's an entire page set up for that. Is there any other housekeeping? I forget that we have. I think that's it. But again, if you have not done session 1 or you got questions, let's go back and watch that one from yesterday. So what are we really going to do today? We're going to get a 5-minute or less process for creating one-of-a-kind content that'll help your website rank for specific keywords and phrases that you choose. Now, as I get into this, one of the questions we get all the time, MC, is, and maybe you can answer, otherwise I can answer, hey, doesn't Google, Bing, whatever, don't they hate AI generated content? So, do you want me to answer?
Sorry, Mike.
Oh no, I think you were typing back to people there. It's all
Yes.
good.
What did you say?
So no, we're all good. So the question is, hey, does AI generated content actually rank in Google? And the answer is absolutely it does. Google came out over a year ago. At this point, it's like a year and a half, 2 years ago, saying they're not going to rank AI generated content any differently than human generated content. So as of the point we are saying this is still true. In fact, as you've probably all noticed, if you use Google, Bing, Gemini, any of those, whatever you use, usually it's actually giving you AI generated content first. Google is huge into AI generated content. Even Amazon now, if you look at product reviews, it summarizes them and gives you the highlights in there. The biggest thing Google wants is it to be high authority. Google doesn't care if a ghostwriter, if you write it, if an AI writes it on there, if it's relevant info that people find high authoritative, engaging content, that is what they're in the business of. So you can kind of put that thought to bed with that. So anyhow, I hope that answers it. Yes, maybe it can tell what's AI generated, but that's why we did things like in session number 1, created your own guru where they're going to write differently. And you can go in and edit those instructions that we did yesterday. If you want it to sound differently, you can actually tell it a certain like celebrity voice or maybe industry voice to sound like or write like. We were at one and I think they had it like right in the tone of Martha Stewart. And so you can have all sorts of different things. Yeah, so anyways, you can really humanize it. So I'm not going to go through that a lot. That's really what it does. And well, let's just go forward. As always, I shouldn't say as always, as of session 1, these are foundational AI systems. We're building like one complete system over these 3 sessions, but these are foundational systems. This is so that if you decide to move on to past level 101 level stuff, that you are caught up, because we've got a 2-day AI-powered MSP summit coming up in September. We got 3 different cities we're going to. It's 2 days. It's specifically for MSPs, where you're going to build out complex advanced systems that you can use in your business. All the information's on AI-powered MSP summit.com. If you're a member of TMT, you get 2 free tickets included in your membership. If you are not, as long as you register before, I believe it's the 31st here, around the 31st or before, you get 80% off the ticket, and it's only $99 or until we fill up. These are not giant events. These are smaller, like 200 to 300 person events, not like our 1,500 person, like what we refer to as the marketing boot camp. With that, so these are smaller events. They do fill up, so if you're at all interested, make sure you go there and sign up now, because once they're full, they are full. And we have over 1,500 members we've invited, and with 200 to 300 seats per venue, you can do the math on that. So MC, let's talk about how to get tons of traffic with AI. In a second, we'll have you share your screen here, but tomorrow we're all going to be talking about videos and how to use videos. And just for a fun little teaser, so I made this image in a program we're going to talk about in session number 3. It took all of about 30 seconds, if that. But then in another program we're going to tell you about tomorrow, I just dropped the image in it and I said, hey, can you animate this and make the computer guy look like he's typing and make this circuits kind of glowing and have power. Like, I'm very technical with my prompts, as you can tell, with that, very sophisticated. And then here's what it did. I just asked it for like a 3-second, I think, little animation. That's it. So from a still image to that little guy in there, can I do it again? There we go. It's nice. It's cool. It's fun. And why do you tell you this, guys? Like, it's not just for the little kind of novelty of it, but if you're doing blogs, if you're doing social media posts, anywhere you're doing content, videos, whether it's 5 seconds, 3 seconds, or 3 minutes, produce so much higher results than static images and especially just text. So now, like, I just did a little 3-second thing because there's only so much of watching this little guy type that we care about doing. But you can have 20, 30, 5-minute long videos that we're going to show you how to create tomorrow with that. I have no experience in graphic design or anything, literally wrote 2 sentences and got all of this. So we will go over all of that in session number 3. Let's watch one more time. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, moving on. So before we have MC share the screen, what we're going to talk about today are how to take relevant trending topics that your target market should know about and how tech relates to them. This is going to be original content, so it can be searched by Google, by Bing, all the search engines. You can rank, but you've got to know some terms for SEO. Now, this is just a starter list. So we manage over 90 clients' pay-per-click campaigns, different MSPs all around the country. And the top 10 search terms are, I'm going to just put them all here. I'm not going to do a top 10 list. This isn't David Letterman. And so it's managed IT services, and you can say plus Nashville or plus near me, or managed IT services for Nashville dentists. Or what the heck was our thing yesterday? It was vineyards in Portland.
Portland, yep.
So managed IT services for vineyards in Portland, Oregon. And then you can kind of add those things behind any of these. So network service providers, IT company or companies, IT services, IT provider, IT security. I think you guys get the point. You guys can all read here, but these are ones you can take a screenshot of this. You could watch the recordings. These are ones to get started with in there, but we're also going to show you in the prompts today exactly how to get the best search engine terms for your specific blog that's in there. So with that, I'm just going back there. This is where you share screen. MC, let's get MC to share screen. And what you guys need to do is make sure that we've got that document from yesterday as well. I can put that link into chat here.
I got it.
Okay, you got it in there? Awesome. Okay, so y'all need to open up the Google Doc that's in there. Scroll down. So MC scrolled down. So you're going to be like, oh, the same thing as yesterday. It's not. Surprise. We added part 2 to this. And there.
Page 3.
Okay, page 3 is where it starts. So how to get tons of traffic using AI. So we were going to do a different doc, and we're like, hey, why don't we just combine it all in one doc? Then we don't need to load 3 different things, all that good stuff in there. So based on this, MC, what do you think we should do first here?
Find a blog article or news article.
Okay, yes. And so for this, at the bottom of this page, I did put a sample article. If you're a Technology Marketing Toolkit member, you have access to Prospect Hopper, where we give you new blog articles every month. There it is, example blog post. So this is one for August. This was, I believe, week 2 of August. If you're playing along, if you're not a member, that's fine. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And you should really just become a member. That's the easiest way in my mind. But anyways, the other option is you just go into 2 ways you can do this. You just go online and find some kind of news article, or go into your, why don't we just try this live? MC, you want to share screen and go to your guru. So everyone should open up their ChatGPT and go to their custom guru right now that they built out yesterday. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got Grace Hollings there. So let's just ask Grace, hey Grace, can you give me a trending news article that our target market might be interested in? eBay is asking, where's the Prospect Hopper? It's like under your campaigns in the dashboard there. And we have a whole marketing deep dive we just did on that on Prospect Hopper as well. Okay. So ice arrests sparks fear in Willamette Valley vineyard industry. Okay, well, this one's a little more, it could be political on that, but we're going to use this as an example anyways with this. So you could get trending, but say you get one like this, you could say, hey, what about one not so political? So this is why it's great if you just have something like Prospect. Robotics and AI power and AI powering smarter, greener vineyards. Okay. So like it's just that easy. Like that took us all of like 30 seconds to get 2 articles. We had to go to the second one. This one looks like it's something exactly like we could do. But going back to the Google Doc here, because we did like a pre-step here, just for those of you who are not members. So you want to find a blog article or news article. We showed you how to do that, but MC, why don't we just take the one at the bottom, the prospect hopper one that we have, and copy and paste that whole bad boy. And let's throw that in. We should have probably put the prompt for it, but that's fine. So we can just put the prompt, put that in there. And then we should go to the top and enter down a little because we need the prompt before that. Okay, so the prompt is right there. It says enter prompt 1. Okay, this is where if you see the second part of what MC's highlighted, it says if using copyrighted materials, then add so that please ensure to cite any references. So this is if you're using someone else's news article. If you're using Prospect Hopper, you don't need to do that because we write it, we give you permission to use it. So like MC can delete that second part in the brackets or parentheses or whatever the heck we call those. My English teachers would not be proud. So do that and let's hit enter. So what's it doing? So it's taking a news article and it's changing it specifically to appeal to your target market. So it's going to talk to what are the things about them. So is AI putting your vineyard at risk? So can you scroll up, MC, to the title of the original article? So you'll notice this was a generic article that we wrote. So templates are specifically for nobody and generally for everybody. But they are generic. So if you just use this, it will not be picked up by SEO because a lot of other people can just use this in there. So that's why we tell you to go ahead and do something like this. So instead of is your business training AI how to attack you, it's specifically the new title was is AI putting your vineyard at risk? And so then it's rewritten this whole thing talking about vineyards. So if you are going after that target market, obviously this is going to be much more relevant to you. Why wineries are especially vulnerable, what every vineyard should know, set boundaries with AI use policies, educate your team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. On there. So we've got all that. So it's got bottom line for wine business owners. So now this is totally original content that when you post as a blog, it will live on in SEO forever. So the other thing, though, we also asked it to optimize it, but let's go back and say, let's double check on the optimization. So I want to take prompt number 2, and which says, can you act as an SEO expert and give me the top keywords and phrases to incorporate into the blog rewrite to maximize organic traffic from our target market. So we're just going to throw that in there. So what's it doing now? It's telling us, hey, we can't always use like IT support for Portland vineyards as our target keywords, because then it's just going to be the same thing. We're going to be competing with ourselves. So can you scroll up a little bit there, MC, on the first one? So it's like vineyard data security. Those are the big ones. AI risk for wineries, winery cyber, security best practices, all of that. And you should have a similar list if you're following along. And then as you do scroll down, it's saying, hey, what are supporting relevance and long tail opportunities? So these are some of the longer ones there. Okay, and now let's go ahead and scroll down. So it's actually giving you meta title and descriptions as well. So like the description, learn how Oregon vineyards can safely use AI tools like ChatGPT without exposing wine club data or POS system. Like that's an awesome one. Like that's a really smart one because that would actually apply to them. So that could actually be used as like a LinkedIn post or something as well. But discover tech tips and build an AI usage policy. That part's boring. I changed that. But anyhow, the first part's good with it. And this is talking about SEO anyway. So it doesn't really matter. People aren't reading this other than Google and the other things with that. So you see how then below it says, would you like me to revise the blog one more time with these keywords built in naturally, including an SEO optimized meta title and description. MC, what do you think?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's do it. Okay, we got people saying, hey, can you tell it to do more words for long tail SEO? Yeah, you can tell it to do whatever you want. There, we're trying to do it in the under 5 minutes every time here. So like just asking it which the best ones are for organic traffic is what we want to rely on, because you could spend all day working on SEO and there's probably a lot of things you should be doing instead. And we're aiming to do a process that you do that's repetitive and somewhat boring, and make it as quick and painless as possible, but also way more effective than it's ever been in the past. So you can see how this versus just kind of generic blog articles put on your site that don't get you any traffic, don't speak to your industry. You're not going to get the results like Wayne got, where he got 10 bank like security people, the CIOs at banks, talking to him, scheduling appointments with him. If you were sending out generic prospect hopper blogs. However, if you do like Wayne did and just put it in this little guru there, that's how he gets nearly a dozen appointments in 6 months, a dozen extra appointments from this. Like this, that was not all of Wayne's appointments. That was just using these methods. So we've got all of that in there. Like, so let's go ahead and look. So we've got everything in there. Like it's got emojis and stuff, even though you told her to never use emojis again and dashes. So now these dashes are a little bit different, but whatever. It does dashes. We can all get over that because you just did hours and hours worth of work in a couple minutes along those lines. So what kind of questions you guys have? So this is the thing. You want to publish a blog at least once a week, but what do we do, MC? Like no one gets to a blog. I mean, you'll get to a blog if you've got the SEO, but that's going to be some people. But what are other ways to get people to read a blog, MC?
Yeah, so we like to do email pushes and to tell our members to also do email pushes to the blog, so that you can both have people visit your website. You can maybe retarget those people who visit your website, or you can also call on people who click on specific emails using your CRM system and making some follow-up calls to them and say, hey, I saw that you were interested in AI and wineries or whatever. Would you like to talk more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, speaking of emails, what's a good prompt we could throw in here for
Yeah,
this?
let's see. Something like, do you have a prompt here or should
I
I
didn't put
make it
one
up?
because we're not
Okay,
really doing that, but yeah, just can you write an email to drive my target market to this blog?
perfect.
And the thing is, like, guys, these prompts are super simple prompts because we already did the hard work in building the custom GPT. If we did not do that, we would have to have prompts that are paragraphs or even pages long to get this kind of output. But in session one, we did all the hard work. So don't be deceived. If you just use that prompt without a custom GPT, you would get crap out of it. It's because we spent so much time and effort on the front end that we're getting this in there. So you go back up to the subject line there? I was
Sure.
just looking. So is your Vineyards AI chatbot putting it at risk? So it's got that all in. Then it wrote it in there, teaching AI how to hack your vineyard. Read the blog. Is AI putting your vineyard at risk? So it's got all that in there. Now, obviously, you probably don't want it coming from Grace Hollings or whatever in there. So that's fine
Your Vineyard
with it.
Ghostwriter.
Your Vineyard Ghostwriter. Yeah, maybe don't sign off that way. And then social posts are another way you can do that. So let's ask it to write a quick LinkedIn post for me. Okay.
Perfect.
So we've got all that in my latest blog I walked through, and then you can post to your blog in there. So this is how you get additional people to your blog who are following you on social, or you could find on social. The other thing I love that it already does is it puts hashtags in there that you can drop right
Mhm.
into LinkedIn, Facebook, Meta, like whatever. I'll just do different names for Meta, Instagram, WhatsApp. So anyhow, okay. So guys, that is how easy it is to get more traffic to your site doing that. We've got member after member who tells us that by doing this, they're speaking directly to their target market. They stop using industry jargon, or I shouldn't even say that. They actually start using industry jargon. It's just the jargon of their ideal client instead of tech industry jargon, instead of MSP jargon, which turns people off, bores them, puts them to sleep, all of that good stuff, and actually speaks to them about things that they're interested in. Now, MC, I've got one final thing here, and then bringing on a special guest for a couple minutes who's going to tell you about some next steps for as well. But can you go back to that how to build a virtual employee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, grab that prompt below in step 3.
This one?
Yep.
All right.
So just do that. Now, you guys may not realize this, but your ChatGPT can actually perform daily tasks for you if you ask it. Like just messing around, I did so I'm from Chicago, so I asked it daily at 11 o'clock, can you tell me the Cubs scores? And so it does that each day that there's a Cubs game. I ask it, tell me about new restaurants or certain bands I'm interested in if they're coming into town. So I've got all that. So let's see. Are you going to, is it 04 mini that you need?
I think it's 04 mini for the tasks.
Okay.
Great from.
I think you can do it in the others, but
4.0. Let's do it. Let's try it.
Yeah, just do it in here. So you can take that prompt. And so what we said is, can you perform a daily task at 10:25 a.m.? You can change all this, guys. Here, can you scroll back up just real quick so I can read it? To write a blog based on a news event from the last 24 hours and then how it affects our target avatar in regards to what we do. If there are local events that are still still well known, that's best, but a national event or news is fine as well. Choose whatever makes the most sense. We're going to try to do some newsjacking to get our avatar's attention. Okay, so absolutely promise. Okay, you were right. I'm saying we got to go over to
04 mini.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
I'll repaste
okay,
it.
Let's see if we get a different answer this time. Wait, I don't have the ability. Why is it telling you that? Mine did it. What do you got going on here, MC? So we can come back to that in a minute. But anyhow, don't know why MC's is telling her she can't do a daily task on there. I do
daily
this all of the
newsjacking
time.
prompt.
Save the template somewhere handy. Okay, well, whatever. You can just use that anyways, but pretend it worked for you. If others had it work for them, put that in. I had it work for me. So, and I don't think I have anything special in there. But say, hey, can you give me an example of one of these right now? Okay, so see, it just picked out something already and threw that in there. Now this one's looking a little techy in that to me. So I would tell it, hey, this one's looking a little bit too techy. Can you make sure it's from our ghostwriter and then to our specific avatar?
Awesome.
Yeah, Peter, they are running the paid version of ChatGPT in here. So I don't know why I wasn't working on there. We could look in a minute. So it's thinking. That's the thing with 04 mini. It's a little bit different. Yeah, I think 04 mini might actually screw up our Grace Hollings.
Ghostwriter.
Probably. So anyways.
Let's jump back into 4.0 then. Let's see. Let me grab my prompt from before and drop it in here. There we go.
Okay. When AI turns spy, what is it? Ransomware creeping into SharePoint attacks. Microsoft. Okay. For small wineries, whether it's okay. So it's mentioning specific wineries and everything. So it's got that right in there. So again, even if you can't, or you having the same problem that MC has where it's not doing the daily tasks, I don't know why it's not doing it. But there are such things as tasks in there that most people can do, just not MC
Just not me.
on there. But again, this takes less than 5 minutes, anyways. And honestly, I like to pick the news articles. But if you're doing this daily and it's done for you, like you could do this daily just to see when a good one comes up. And um, if it doesn't, that's fine. Just move on because you really only need about one a week. So MC, with that, if you guys want to put any questions in that you have, I'm going to bring on Aaron Light here because we had some questions people asked about like prospect hopper and some of the things like we mentioned. If you're a member of ours, you get 2 tickets included. So we've got Aaron Light. Aaron, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing great, Mike. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear. Do you just want to spend a couple minutes just on one of the things that we offer for people who want to take a next step is a one-on-one marketing roadmap consultation. And Aaron, how many of these have you done now? I always lose track of how many. It's literally thousands.
Yeah, it's up there. And for those of you that don't know me, if we haven't spoken before, my name's Aaron Light, VP of MSP coaching here at TMT. So yeah, I've been here, oh gosh, going on 13 years now. So we're over 10,000 consultations conducted now with multiple MSPs across every continent you can imagine. So been doing it a long time for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to tell people like who are not members, or maybe if the toolkit or haven't been engaged in a while or something like that, if you want to tell them just like what happens, because that's the scariest thing is what the heck happens on this one-on-one consultation there.
You bet, absolutely. So yeah, the consultation, listen, this is a strategy session first and foremost. If you're just looking for some information on our company, you can contact me directly. We can give you all that. But this is a strategy session where we spend at least an hour. Sometimes it goes a few minutes over depending on questions, but we'll take a full hour and we're going to look at where you're at, where you want to be, goals for growth, and then help you map out a plan. And by the end of that call, I'll be able to make a good recommendation as to which of our coaching programs would be the best fit to help you achieve your growth goals. A lot of people, if they've not worked with us before in the past, they don't really understand how the programs work, where they fit in. What do you guys do? What do we do? How much time do we need to spend? What kind of results can we expect? How quickly can we see that result, right? So all of those questions will be answered before and during the consultation through that process. But it is a strategic session, so we're looking at not just the marketing side of things, but operationally, how you're running the business. We're looking at pricing, packaging, service delivery, EBITDA, how to scale up properly, who to hire, when to hire. All of those things are part of the conversation, on this call. And so I would say, if you've not worked with us before, or maybe you've talked to us in the past, maybe you've talked to me in the past and you're going, oh shoot, man, I probably should have looked at that again. It's a good time. You can take a look and we'll go through everything start to finish. I'll go through our proprietary marketing roadmap as well. And that's basically going to show you a step-by-step process that our members follow. It's the most proven process in the industry to grow an MSP profitably, right? So we can show you how you can spend maybe 5 to 6, 5 to 8 hours a week versus 200 hours a week trying to figure it all out and do it on your own. And so this call would be with me. And so if you're a non-member, right, it'd be perfect for you. If you're maybe a member or you've worked with us in the past, but maybe it's been 5, 10, 15 years, good time to re-engage. So happy to talk to you as well. So for this strategy session, and we're going to put the link in the chat here, I think in just a second, but for the strategy session, plan on an hour. We do ask for this call specifically that all stakeholders take part. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of information covered. We're walking through the content, the implementation, the automation, the accountability. It is far too much to relay after the fact. So we want you to be on the same page. So if you have a marketing admin, if you have another partner, maybe it's the partner that, doesn't really do much in marketing, but they're still part of the process, right? So get everybody on the call. You're going to love it. You'll get a ton of value out of the call. We'll make sure you know exactly what you need to do to be successful and hit those growth goals. And yeah, plan on an hour, be in a quiet location in front of a computer, and we'll make sure that you have everything you need before the call so you're ready for it. You get the most out of it.
Okay, Aaron, awesome. I know MC put the link in chat, so if you want to schedule one of those roadmap sessions with Aaron, and Aaron, I don't know if you mentioned, but guys, these are free, so this is not like a paid thing. That's why we also prefer to do them once and have everybody on the same call. Otherwise, Aaron gets calls back and they want to go over the exact same information with other people on there. But this is totally free for that. So we've got that in there. And Aaron, speaking of roadmap sessions, I see on your schedule you've got another one starting in 2 minutes. So we should probably got to let you go. But any last words before you
Yeah,
run?
no, absolutely. Like Mike said, if that's something you're interested in, that'll take you right to my calendar. I'm going to put my email in the chat as well. So if you have any questions about the consultation, feel free to reach out, right? If you're not sure, if you got a couple questions first or what have you, but we did just open up a lot of spots for next week on my calendar. We held some back and we just opened them up. So you should have plenty of availability there to choose from. And my team will be sending out some pre-meeting material as well. So be looking for that, but we'll kind of guide you through the process as well. So appreciate it and look forward to speaking to you guys soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Aaron.
All right. Thank you guys.
Okay. So MC, do I still have you?
I'm still here.
You're still here. That's excellent. So let me go ahead and share screen. Did we get any questions? Is anyone on here? Are you stuck right now? Do you have anything you have questions about?
Let's see. Let's give it a couple seconds for people to chime in. Please put those questions into the Q&A box if you have them. If you are working on your blogs right now and have any questions, put those in the Q&A. We do have one question from Bernard about the AI-powered MSP Summit. He's asking if he can attend virtually to that summit.
Unfortunately, can't attend virtually. We do not do it. It's just in person. If you are a member, they do have, we record one of the shows and then they do release that later on to members, but there is no virtual option for this event. It was just, this is a virtually free event, I should say, at $99. I mean, it literally costs us more to have people come than we get off of this. So having the virtual streaming, it just tens of thousands of dollars a day. It just didn't make sense for us. So anyhow,
Yep.
that's just the honest truth on that one. But we would love to have you come in person. Like, the flights are super cheap, especially to Chicago and Newark right now. Even Las Vegas from Nashville was the cheapest it's been in years. So if you can get to one of those, I promise it'll be worth your while. It's all new information, all new hands-on workshop style. So the whole thing is for you to walk out with tons of value. If anyone was there last year and you enjoyed the hands-on nature, it's like twice as much of that this year. So any other questions, MC? Otherwise, well, I'll go with this for while we have questions. So again, in session number 3, we're going to show you how to create videos without being on camera, knowing anything about media, or having any equipment other than a computer. And MC, I think you recorded a video for us on here. Why I'm stopped here. Like, this is MC in her front yard and just waving goodbye to us with that. So, and the smile
That's
at the end.
so close. That is way
So,
too
yeah,
close.
it really zooms in. I don't know why you did that, MC. Like, it's a little creepy. So now, you guys, this was actually a totally still picture of MC. I took it from an old webinar or something that we did and just threw that into a program and said, hey, have the person in the picture waving goodbye. And so it totally animated it. So did that. And then come on, give me those smiles. There we go.
It's awful. I can't even look.
Okay. Anyways, with that, I think we're done. Can you make MC dance? Oh, we had MC dancing yesterday.
Yeah, you'll have to go watch the recording from
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, have to watch session number 1. So with that, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day where it all ties together, and it'll be a quick one showing you how to do that. So thank you guys for coming. Most importantly, though, go out, do it, post something. I'd love to hear if someone actually posts a blog by session number 3. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Charles, for saying that. Barrett, bye now.